Hi Aries, welcome to the channel and thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and start your Aries twin flame reading for the Aries twin flames. Aries twin flame, Aries twin flames, Aries twin flame. So the first card, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and transformation. Putting an end to something that's old and outdated, no longer serves you anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So maybe you're holding on to a fear of something, or your heart space is too closed. It could be that as well, Aries. Because of fear, you're afraid to maybe open up to your person. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. That's Eight of Pentacles. So that's mission card. Mission card always pops up in the readings. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. The Chariot. Investing in yourself. Disciplining yourself more. The Nine of Swords. Disciplining yourself because maybe you're overthinking too much about your person. You're worrying too much about where the connection will go. The World. So a cycle is closing and a new cycle is going to begin. And the cards are pointing for you to go ahead and start mission. Go ahead and start your shadow work. Go ahead and do your mission. And your mission is using your gifts and your talents to help expand the world in some way, shape, or form with something, with what resonates with your soul. So your gifts and your talent, the gifts and the talents that resonate with your soul that you have put on the back burner for so long. It's time to get up and get that off the ground. Okay, that's why the universe sent you your twin flame. You have a gift. You have a talent. You are supposed to be inspirational. Okay, you're supposed to inspire other people, set an example for people around you to not be afraid of the unknown, to trust your intuition, okay, towards abundance, towards success. It shows that you may be worrying of where the connection will go. So the cards are saying for you, in order to stop that worrying, go into mission. That way you'll have more control and you'll feel more in control and you will no longer worry. You will kick off a new cycle with your person and steer things in the direction that you want it to go. But if you just don't do anything about the connection, then you're not going to have a sense of control. You're going to think that you can control your person physically when there's more to the connection than that. It requires you to do inner work, to go within and to trust your intuition so that you can be a wiser spirit, so that you're not walking around aimlessly with no intent. That's what they call low-hanging fruit. That's why they think that they can continue to control everyone because they think that everyone is not disciplined. They think that everyone is low-hanging fruit, aimlessly walking around with no intent and just wanting to feed lower animalistic natures. Your twin flame came to you to help you to get out of that pattern, out of that cycle, and to have more control in your life. Ace of Swords. So the Moon card. So in order for you to see a truth, you have to go within. Follow your intuition, like what I was saying. You may be doing a lot of doubting in the connection. It shows that you're not having enough faith. You're not having a lot of faith. You may be losing hope in the connection. Okay, communication may come in soon. At the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. So your person may come in to communicate with you. They may tell you something, like they may tell you a truth that they've kept hidden. Maybe they'll be expressing their feelings for you. Page of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe with the Leo moon coming, is it the Leo full moon? Yes, I believe it's the Leo full moon because right now the moon is in Cancer. So the moon will be full in Leo. And the Page of Wands represents Leo and the moon card. So be sure there's a possibility that you will receive communication from your person during the Leo moon. Make sure you're mature, okay? Make sure that you're not impulsive off of your emotions just because you may not feel that you have enough faith or hope in the connection. It's important that you keep the hope, you keep the faith, use your imagination to make you feel like everything is going in your favor, that everything is working in your favor. And you may need to tell yourself that to keep your composure, to keep your poise. Okay, Aries? And Aries is the initiator, the fire sign, the initiator, and Leo keeps that going. So be careful not to explode on your person because you want to initiate them. You want to light the fire up under them, right? So be careful when the moon does get full in Leo that you don't explode on them, okay? The reading is pointing out for you to be patient, to have poise, to be mature, to be practical, because this is not a race. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. So do what you can to set the background for whatever you want to be shown in the light. Okay? So that is disciplining yourself in mission, setting up the stage for when it's time to put in action, it will be the right time. You'll be intuitively guided of what you should do next. Because you're gonna open up that connection that you need with your intuition in order to know how to go about this circumstance and the situation that you're in. But it starts with shadow work and energy work. And with both of those combined, that's mission. So the Knight of Cups. So there's a good chance your person may reach out to you during the Leo full moon. So be aware of your action and your behavior. Be calm. right? Show a calm, cool, and collective exterior. Your emotions may feel like they're running wild, but that's just the energy of the moon, the energy of the Leo full moon. So try not to over exaggerate anything, especially if you're feeling negative, like things aren't going in your favor. The Knight of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Truth. Breakthrough, right? Putting an end to the old patterns and cycles, right? With the transformation Pluto card, Pluto in Aquarius, right? Being innovative, being different, being inspirational, right? Creating your own path, right? For others to be inspired and to want to follow, because you are creating a path to become a limitless being, no longer being limited anymore. But it starts with you first. It starts with you working on yourself so that you don't self-sabotage yourself and keep yourself stuck and limited in a way of acting or doing or behaving in that same old pattern, that same old cycle that you need to cut and end and break free from in order to have breakthrough, to begin a new cycle, a new pattern, put an end to the old and outdated patterns and cycles that maybe had you in fear mongering, um, holding you back from creating good bonds and connections with people. The Queen of Cups, learning how to receive, learning how to give, and learning how to receive. The Ace of Wands, right? Spark of inspiration and a new passionate beginning. So use the creativity of the Leo energy to start new projects or to finish the projects that you had left on the back burner. Start to become a creative being. Have that relationship with yourself in order to be intuitively guided so that you're not walking around aimlessly like low-hanging fruit. When you have willpower and intent, right, then you have a direction. Then you're no longer low-hanging fruit. You're a higher octave Aries. And you're putting an end to the old patterns, the old cycles. And your intuition is going to show you, it's going to guide you along the way. But you need to have that connection with yourself first, your inner world. So there's the Two of Pentacles. So it looks like a cycle is phasing out and a new cycle is going to begin, Aries. The King of Pentacles. So we have both the King and Queen of Pentacles in the reading. And that's 3 pentacles. The combination of 2 energies to make a third. So it's what you have learned from meeting your person and what you can create out of it. Right? Your person helped to show you that you have a gift, you have a talent that you should share with the world. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on expressing yourself and representing yourself, creating your own world so that you can experience what you want to experience here. That's a twin flame. So it doesn't make sense to watch, soulmate tarot card readings because that's going to make you sabotage your connection, walk away from your connection. And you don't want to do that because your person is helping you to discover things that you may have, you know, haven't tapped into for years. And once you tap into it, your whole life would change. So the Knight of Swords. So it's about focusing on what you want to bring down here, focusing on what gift is it that you have, what talent that you have that you can share amongst the world, that you can share with others, right? With that Three of Pentacle energies, that same thing that you're working on in mission that resonates with your soul. The Four of Swords, and not operating out of your lower self, but picking up that sort of clarity and using it for righteousness, okay, for truth, being your true self, and no longer operating out of your lower self, out of your desires. You have to be able to take care of that for yourself. And it's about you awakening to your God-given gifts, your God-given talents toward infinite possibilities, to put an end to those old outdated patterns and cycles that may have held you back for years. And it will amaze you when you start to follow your intuition and start creating a product out of your gifts and your talents to the world, how fast you'll take off. Because you're going to be in the right circumstance and situation where you're supposed to be, right? For some people, they're going to need to catch up. But it's better than staying stuck in limitation, because now you're going towards infinite possibilities, opportunities, right? So use that sort of righteousness towards your truth. And your truth is you have a gift, you have a talent that should be shared with the world. And don't use it to manipulate others. Don't use it to cut yourself from your own creativity by being stuck in your lower self. That is the purpose of a twin flame connection. You will be surprised how you're going to get signs and synchronicities to confirm that you're on the right path. But you can't do that if you're afraid. Once you get rid of your fear, it will lead you into abundance, because that's where you're putting yourself by doing mission and changing your life to align with what you're doing with your natural born gifts and talents. It's going to put you in a place where you're supposed to be, no longer being limited and held back by breadcrumbs or by getting crumbs, shedding your blood, sweat, and tears, right? To develop other people's cities, other people's organizations, other people's condos and buildings, when you could be creating your own world. But you just have to overcome your fear and let go of the fear and go into your inner world and make sure you have the right intent. Don't do it for the devil, but do it for God, right? Being inspirational, truly, genuinely wanting to help others, doing things out of your God-given gifts and your God-given talents. That's your birthright. That's why you found your twin flame. You have a gift, you have a talent that needs to be shared with the world. in order for not only the world to expand, but for you to expand, to get out of that pattern, that cycle that you may have been stuck in for too long. But you have to get out of your lower self so that you can expand to where you're supposed to be. And it's about getting up and no longer procrastinating. Um, if you've gone through your Saturn return after your 30s, then you need to be catching up. So that means you need to be getting things going for yourself so that you can be where you're supposed to be and not stuck in limitation and receiving crumbs in that cycle. Clarify the seven. We're going to clarify the Seven of Pentacles in the reading. The Nine of Wands. So for some of you, you're learning not to be defensive at your person. You're learning to kind of take down your walls a bit, to be a bit vulnerable with your person in order to form a real bond, a real genuine connection with them. You're learning that what you put in is what you're going to receive from the connection. So you're working on yourself because you don't want to be in limitation anymore. You don't want to be held back anymore in limitation in the same mundane circumstance and situation. You're tired of that. So you're learning not to doubt the connection. You're learning now that the connection is more than what you think it is. The King of Wands. And you may be becoming more inspirational, wanting to get up and to take care of your responsibilities and get things going for yourself, bringing your world down here. Taking care of your responsibilities, undoing what past experiences has done to make you carry baggage with you for so long. It's about undoing that now and knowing your true self and expressing it down here through your creativity. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Okay, so your person has an emotional pull towards you, but you have to learn how to receive. You have to learn how to give, and you have to learn how to receive. And you can only know that by taking the responsibility to work on yourself so that you can better connect with your person and no longer pushing them away. Okay, or just seeing them as, knights of passion. It's about more, that the connection is trying to open up your eyes and see. The King of Cups wanted to come out. So the King of Cups and the Three of Swords again. So don't let, your a closed heart chakra, or, you trying to people please your person and you thinking that you're putting all that you can in the connection and there's just no hope. No, don't think that way. It's about you in mission and your intuition will give you the answers that you're looking for, because everyone has their own path. It's just don't don't get off of your path. Don't be easily misled to get off of your path and go into your lower self and walk around with no intent, walking around aimlessly and not being a twin flame, not being a star seed, becoming a low hanging fruit, and being unaware of other things that could be controlling you. You have to now be aware of what's going on energetically, what's going on in the sky. Right now, Mercury retrograde, it's Mercury retrograde. So it's a time where there may be miscommunication, misunderstandings. The progression of the connection may have slowed down a bit. That's just normal when it comes to Mercury retrograde, because Mercury deals with communication. Mercury deals with relationships and connections, technology, stuff like that. So, the phones and stuff, try not to get too frustrated. Try not to um, have the energy of frustration. Try not to invest too much energy into frustration, into negativity, into depression. Um, Try not to go into any victim mentality, stuff like that. Just work on yourself and mission. Okay. It even shows that your person may have pushed you away because of how you treated them before. So it's up to you now to set an example for your person, so your person can um, put down their barriers, put down their walls, and meet you halfway. They're a bit hesitant to do that because of what you have shown them in the past. Maybe you've reacted emotionally, impulsively towards them. So they're kind of one foot in, one foot out, because they don't know what mood from you they may get. Aries, I can see that you're very attracted to your person, and you really want to emotionally connect with them. It's not just about the passion for you. You really want to to give and take, to give and receive. Your person also wants that too. I see your person as very poised, very mature, Aries. And it looks like you learn a lot from them. You learn a lot from them. But you also have to be an example for them too, because, they may not have done inner work for themselves. And when they see how you conduct yourself, it's going to make them look in the mirror themselves. So whatever they have been doing to you, they're going to self-reflect, and go about the circumstance and the situation differently in order for things to progress in the connection. But you cannot be feeding negative energies. You cannot be walking around with no intent and being misdirected and being open for different energies to come in and control you. That's why energy work, mission is so important, because it helps you to walk around with intent. It helps you to walk around with direction. And it helps you to become stronger, a stronger spirit, a stronger person. So, transformation. After the solar eclipse, a lot of you should be higher octave Aries now, no longer being in your lower self. It's time to be the new you now. It's time to do mission and to bring your world that you want to experience down here. But you have to do your inner work in order to be intuitively guided, to get the messages from source. So you don't get misled or misdirected off your path. The Page of Cups. Healing your heart chakra. The Three of Swords came out twice in the reading, so it has something to do with your heart chakra. The Two of Pentacles. Learning how to balance your heart chakra. It not being too open, where you're being too much of a people pleaser, or being what's that attachment style? An anxious attached person, codependent, all of that. You need to self-reflect and see which one are you. Are you trying to manipulate your person in order to control them so that your desires are and your emotions are fulfilled in some way? So it's about you, self-reflecting, weighing the pros and the cons of how you've been conducting yourself and seeing what is right and what is stuff that you need to put an end to and get rid of because it's holding you back in some way. And the Three of Wands, continuing on your energy work. Also, your person, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So your person, the more you work on yourself is the more your person is going to feel that pull to come towards you. And it's because you're healing with the Sun card. And then you'll know how to interact with them. You'll know how to connect with them, relate with them, because you're starting to become more mature, more responsible with the way how you conduct yourself amongst others. Because you want to have victory. You want to be victorious. And it starts with you first. It starts with working on yourself and letting go what no longer serves you anymore so that you can get yourself out of those outdated patterns and circumstances that have made you feel limited. So it's about expanding, right? Expanding so that you can change your circumstance and situation, having faith, belief, and imagination, and planting the right seeds. Planting the right seeds. And that's 7 and 8 of Pentacles, mission, for things to move forward and progress. There may be something with your ego that you need to work on, heal it, and move forward. Let it go. Okay? And with the energies in the sky right now, Mars is still in Cancer. So Mars falls in Cancer, is debilitated in Cancer. So don't get lazy. Don't start to procrastinate. And along with the Mercury retrograde energy, you don't want to sit around and become stagnant. Get up and be the new you that you want to be and start experiencing the reality that you want to experience. Okay, Aries? So with when it comes to your person is going to gradually bring down their wall. They're going to bring down their barrier or their wall that they've put up because of maybe how you were conducting yourself in the beginning of the connection. So they have their wall up because they're observing you. They're watching you to see if you're going to be impulsive again, emotionally impulsive again. So remember, it's not a race, it's a marathon, and it takes for you to be mature and it takes for you to be consistent with mission. Okay, this is a world now that you're creating so that it can be blossomed down here for you to experience. And it starts with investing in yourself. First, controlling your emotions and no longer entertaining negative thinking and negative old patterns that keep you in your lower self. It's time to put an end to that, phase it out, to begin a new cycle with your person. It's not an overnight thing. And remember that Mercury is in retrograde. So maybe after the retrograde, your person will start communicating with you as frequently as they have been before. So that's a good thing about Mercury retrogrades, because you have been interacting with your person, and the Mercury retrograde is just a time where you should take some time to go inwards and to see what you can adjust in order to stop the pattern and the cycle that you no longer want to be lost in. Okay, so remember to have your intent and to walk with direction, to know where you want to go in life, to where you want to be with life, and be the vessel that God wants you to be, and not a vessel for the devil. And that is, having your intent for the wrong things, like for things that don't have to do with God, all possibilities. You don't want to do things for the devil, and that is operating out of your lower animalistic natures when it comes to like greed, materialistic things, items for material items, and stuff like that, and like fleshly desires and stuff like that. You have to be more spiritual as a twin flame and inspirational so that you can have that connection with source and to be intuitively guided on what to do next. Okay, so that was your reading, Aries. Thank you.